courses. And you mentioned before we got on about being able to offer the listeners a code or something of that nature.
Yes, actually, I do have a course that I like it. It's a self-guided course, but you can jump on for all the support you need throughout the course. It's called Trials to Triumph. And it's set up to be an 8-week course. You can take your time as much as you want. But if you go, probably the best, are you going to put my links in show notes or do you? Okay.
You can say them for those that's listening. But yes, they will be.
I'll say it. So probably the easiest place to go is just to my website, which is my name, www.tammyvincent.com. And then you'll look where it says Trials to Triumph course. And there's a code. Just type in there, heal for free, FOR, not the letter number 4. So just type in heal for free and you can get the course that normally sells for $197. You can get it for nothing. If you don't want to go to my website, go to the podcast. I have it in every show notes of every episode I do. And my podcast is called Child of Dysfunction.
Yes. So I was going to say that because that's one thing we didn't talk about before we get out of here. Tell us about the podcast.
So the podcast is it's called Adult Child of Dysfunction, Thriving After Chaos. And it's all kinds of different stories. It's and every single one, I keep it a teaching podcast. So it's all hope and healing stories, but I have therapists. I have people that have gone through traumatic things. I have one guy that was, but everybody has found their purpose after their trials. And that's what I like about it is I had one guy that was shot in a drive-by shooting and was almost died, but now he coaches people with disabilities. I'm on episode, I think 141, but I love it. But yeah, go there. I have all the show notes. Every single guest pretty much that's on there gives away something free. So it might be a downloadable PDF or a course or a book or something. I try to get them to give something just to add more value, but it's super fun. And if you're out there listening and you think you got a great story, I'd love to have you come on and be a guest as well. Love it. Love to have you. And the more we tell our story, the more we get heard, the more we heal. And not only that, but the more people out there that don't have it, aren't quite ready to tell their story. Yeah. Every time they hear someone else tell their story, they believe they're not alone just a little bit more. And eventually they will.
I love it. I love it. Tammy, I want to thank you so much for being on. Thank you for coming on and sharing your story, your expertise. I want you to have the last word, and I want you to leave us with your social media handles and things of that nature, and leave us with a word of advice, motivation, however you feel, right? And so I'll give you a couple seconds to think about that. To my listeners, thank you guys for tuning in once again to the Deal to Heal with EJames podcast. Make sure you guys are checking me out on my website, which is dealhealfulfill.org. Again, that's dealhealfulfill.org, because my mission, just like the mission of the podcast, is to help people to deal, heal, and fulfill, to deal with your problems, to heal from the pain, and to fulfill your purpose. So make sure you guys are checking me out there. And also you can also find the booking page to have me to come in to be a speaker at your school or organization. Everything is there at the dealhealfulfill.org. Also, make sure you guys are checking us out at our ebooks at ebooks.ejames.com. Again, right now, I'm giving away the Forgiving Me, the 4-Step Guide to Self-Forgiveness, absolutely free. When you go to ebooks.ejames.com, you can get your free copy of the ebook, the Forgiving Me ebook. And while you're there, purchase another ebook, which is one of the other ebooks, whether it's the Cord for or From Males to Men, or some of the other ebooks that are also available. Again, that's at ebooks.ejames.com. Also, our inspirational t-shirt line, we talked a little bit about one of my favorite t-shirts that I have, which is a t-shirt that says don't wish, work, right? Because oftentimes we treat our dreams like they are wishes, like there's a genie that said, I wish this would happen. I wish this would happen. I wish I could do this. But sometimes you got to stop wishing and put in the work to make your dreams come true. So again, you guys can find that t-shirt as well as some of our other inspirational tees at deal2healtees.com. That's deal, the number 2, healtees.com, including our podcast merch, which is our t-shirts with our podcast logos on them. So there's one for the Girl Dad Discussions podcast, and there's also one for the Deal to Heal with EJames podcast. So put some inspiration in your situation. Wear an inspirational tee and be inspired all day. That is our tagline. Again, go to healtees.com, dealtohealtees.com to get your inspirational t-shirt from there. Last but not least, over the last couple of years, I've been blessed to be a part of an organization called the Forgiveness Mission. And what we do, we have free virtual workshops every other month. And so we talk about everything surrounding forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, forgiveness of the world, just everything surrounding forgiveness, because we believe it's a very important conversation for us to be able to release the things that we are holding on to, that we carry as a burden. So you can sign up for that free virtual workshop at forgivenessmission.com, or you can go to Eventbrite and look up Forgiveness Workshop sponsored by the Forgiveness Mission. And those are absolutely free. Whenever you're listening to this, either one just ended or one is coming up. Again, that's forgivenessmission.com for our free virtual workshops. Make sure that you guys go to forgivenessmission.com and sign up for the free workshop. All right. So again, Miss Tammy, thank you so very much for being on. Thank you for sharing your story. I want you to have the last word, so the floor is yours.
Well, thank you so much for having me. And thank you everybody out there for listening. I totally enjoyed this. So if you want to come find out where I am, just go to my website, tammyvincent.com, or my podcast, Adult Child of Dysfunction. But I want to leave you with this. Okay. So we were all born, and I think I mentioned this beautiful, divine, happy, joyous creature. And then life happened. And we put on these goggles, and it changed the lens and the way we look at the world. We have it in you. You have it in you to be that person that you were born, that joyous, divine, amazing creature. Don't stop. If you're on these podcasts and you're listening to this, it means you're curious. It means you want more, and it means you want something better and have more happiness. Do whatever you have to do, one step at a time. There's no time limit for healing. It can take a day. It can take a decade. It doesn't matter. Every step that you walk forward is one step closer to complete and utter joy, and you deserve it. You are so worthy. So before you go to bed every night, I want you to say that to yourself. I am loved. I am worthy. I am way more than enough.
And we can't end it no better than that. Thank you guys once again for tuning in to the Deal to Heal with EJames podcast, where our mission is to help you to deal, heal, and fulfill, to deal with your problems, to heal from the pain, and to fulfill your purpose. Until next time, you guys be blessed. Thanks for listening to the Deal to Heal with EJames podcast. Remember to listen, like, subscribe, and share. This episode has been brought to you by Deal to Heal Tees. Put some inspiration in your situation. Wear an inspirational tee and be inspired all day. Let's go to dealtohealtees.myshopify.com. Remember, our mission is to help you to deal, heal, and fulfill. Deal with your problem, heal from the pain, and fulfill your purpose. Thanks.